5 minutes has been reached, so I'm going to begin the stream now. I'm gonna get some water first. It is true. I hid a body in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him because there was a reason why I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. I swear it. You must believe me. You were forced? By who? I cannot say, or I will be erased. Let's try a different question, then. When Mr. Elg died, was he really the only person at the table? There was. There was another man. I knew it! Maggie was telling the truth! You may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright. There's just one more thing I need to do. I gotta break this guy and get him to tell us the name of the real killer. Oh, yo, welcome to the stream. Did you carry the body by yourself? Yeah, welcome to the stream, yo. Whee! I carried him, and I carried Maggie too. Maggie too? Oh, Maggie. Fuck. Whatever. I don't know how to deliver that. When she saw the victim collapse, she fainted. Whoops. I just maximized the chat. Went to watch the Mario movie and got yourself a cool notebook? That's cool. It's pretty rad. Yeah. I could not leave her there. But why did you hide the bodies? What man? Who was was he?
None, I cannot say. I fear for my life.
He's really scared. You'll just have to put the words in his mouth, Nick. Yeah, you're right. If he won't tell me, I'll tell him.
But why would you go along with this man?
And what reason would that be, Mr. Armstrong?
You know, monsieur.
Yes?
Surely you cannot expect a young maiden to talk about such an embarrassment.
A maiden? You're a bit old to get away with that. And a bit too male. I can't finish the cross-examination without establishing his reason. So I'll just have to prove it. With evidence. So, you're claiming that all you did was hide the bodies. Is that correct?
Oui, that's right. If we are to believe you, Mr. Armstrong, you must tell the court everything. You must make clear the identity of the man who ordered you to do this.
He's already confessed this much. You might as well stop dancing around the real issue. Yeah, but he really doesn't want to tell us who the killer is. Then suck it to him, Nick! Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I think... we just have to... I think we just have to present, the big guy. This one. Let's end this dance of Ring Around the Rosie, Mr. Armstrong. This is the man that you've been referring to.
Who is that? I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a month ago in this very courtroom. This man is Furio Tigre. He's the manager of a loan office called Tender Lender. There's no point trying to hide the truth anymore, Mr. Armstrong. I know you couldn't go against Mr. Tigre. At least, not while he had this on you. And then... this, right? A $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you.
Oui, it is as you say.
Mr. Armstrong.
La Tiger. He told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On la day in question, he was meeting la victim to demand that he repay his loan.
Country's a 4-day holiday because of the Holy Week? Radical. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I don't know why it happened like that. I just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. I carried la body and la inconscient Maggie out of la dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I had seen.
I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tigre.
I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison and the lottery ticket that were found in the defendant's apron pocket. Was that your doing as well? No, I knew nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggie who had done it. I was not. It is despicable. Mr. Godot. You will summon this Furio Tigre as a witness. It's yelling time! I'm gonna clip the mic! Yeah!
Oh.
that can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow. Oh? 30 minutes. What? The trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more. How is it? Don't sit back and relax yet, trite. It's time to clip the mic! Yeah! No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial could still go either way. Very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Godot. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess. I'm gonna have to turn my microphone down. Oh wait, oh my fucking god. He's gonna have a Tigre is gonna have a breakdown, isn't he? And I'm gonna get to voice it. I'm gonna get to voice it. Oh boy.
So we're finally gonna see the tiger on the stand. We've almost got this case won now, Nick.
I wish I could agree.
Huh?
When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now. Oh, I did so much fucking walking today. He said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. But Godot picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth.
You mean, you think Mr. Armstrong was lying?
I don't know, but if that's the line the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence. Oh, fuck's sake! Oh, never mind, okay. I thought we were gonna enter, like, another, investigation phase. Hey, pal!
Detective Gumshoe! What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Your hair's standing on end.
Hey, that's the pot calling the kettle black, little Mrs. Topknot!
It's not a top knot! Never mind about the hair. Just calm down, alright?
I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do! I get kinda wound up! Ugh!
No kidding.
You gotta have something you need me to do, pal! Anything! Well, hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the precinct. I could get some prints analyzed for you if you got an hour.
An hour? The trial will reconvene by then. But Nick, we still don't have a really decisive piece of evidence, right?
True. Without some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag, we're really stuck. You said you could get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour? You bet! In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me? Download Bandicam on your notebook slowly to create low-quality videos when you test it. Thought you created the worst digital recording in history. Congratulations! Yeah. You know, if you want to make if by low quality videos you mean ones that are like actual, like low resolution, you can just kind of find like, you can find video compressors online. But that's also a viable option, I think. Yeah. Oh, right, covered in unidentified fingerprints. If you're going back to the station anyway, could you find out whose prints are on this? Oh, hey! That's the small bottle I gave back to you this morning, right? Yeah, I think it's time we solve the last mystery of who the prints on it belonged to. Sure thing, pal. Actually, it's been gnawing at me too. Small bottle given to Detective Gumshoe. Okay, I'll get this off the lab right away. Just to make sure you don't lose the case. Oh, just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back. This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess.
It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys.
Alright. Is it tiger time? Is it tiger time? Is it time for me to turn down my microphone? Court will now reconvene. Mr. Godot, did you find this Furio Tigre? I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job. No problem.
Tamed him? The guy's name may be Furio Tigre, but come on.
He's pretty lively. Be careful. He still bites. Very well. Please show Mr. Tigre to the stand. Okay. Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Don't hide under the table, Maya. There's room for me down there, too.
What do you say to me? What do you say to me? Nothing. I didn't say nothing. Honest.
Could have guessed that fear would induce a bad Brooklyn accent in the judge.
I got business to take care of, you hear me? So who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Spiky?
No, of course not. It was the judge.
Yeah, the fucking... Your Honor? Oh, dear. I, seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Don't mind me, just carry on with the proceedings as normal.
That's it. We're doomed.
Maybe you didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was it that called me in here? There's no need to shout. We can all hear you. What do you say? There's no point struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of the law. And I'm the one that hauled you in.
Too cool. Don't let him get the better of you, Nick.
Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct? Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, Mask Boy! You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird? Maggie who? I've got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas! Of course. Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony, then? Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder. Phoenix Wright! You was the one who set this up, didn't you? You was gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying? Oh, Phoenix, did you shit your pants? I'm not reading that.
Get a grip, Nick.
I don't know nothing about no murder. I found my pen. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. What is it? Please, witness, if you could refrain from shouting out like that. I know the kind of games that guy in the blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins.
Lowlife? Me?
Listen up, Smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000, and you's gonna borrow the cash from me.
That's one loan contract I refuse to sign.
And don't think that ain't gonna hurt when you tangle with the tiger. I love a good spectator sport. Just a minute. That's really not. This witness is... How can I put it? A hungry tiger roaming the urban A hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side, and he'll bite everyone's heads off. Yours too. Very well. I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here. You's better be listening, 'cause I got business to take care of. Big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus. The court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressing of witness testimony. Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You can do it, Nick!
Come out from under there already, would you, Maya? I'm going to save because... Welcome to the stream. I'm glad to hear you don't suck at Lobotomy Corp. Let's see. Tied up with business in December. Hang on. Would this perchance be the business? Fuck. No, okay. No. Load. This character from Showare's brain game called Bordy seems kind of cool, except you have a little problem with his voice. Sound interesting. Oh. Sounds like a children enthusiast. Hang on, let me hear. I'm gonna... He sounds like fucking Teddy from Persona. Or like, he sounds like a fucking like... Yeah, he sounds like Teddy from Persona. Progress so far, Little Red, Portrait, Forsaken Murderer, Censored, and
good old express train, Choo-Choo Charles, has been added. Alright. Yeah, Little Red is honestly really cool. Little Red is really cool, I think. Also, if you can, if you haven't already, try to get the what's it called? The shelter from the 27th of March. Makes for a really easy Gebra suppression. Yeah. Alright, you already have a shelter? Alright, cool, yeah. You're pretty much set for Gebra suppression already then. Oppression on the... By Violetta, you're talking about the By Violetta, you're talking about the Cadaverini families?
Yeah! You don't want to cross them, or you was gonna wind up sleeping with the fishes!
Shibboleth Corp was the new national enterprise? Yeah, it sounds... yeah. It sounds, like, really cool. Yeah, that would sound really cool.
Once the Godfather finds out you's been dragging Violetta through the mud, he'll do you in.
Sorry, I couldn't quite put it all together towards the end there.
He said that just like Viola, didn't he?
I'm going to press harder. Mr. Tigre,
What do yous want?
yeah. Good luck. I think when I did that, I had like a separate, I would like, I'd like two groups, one that would attack Little Red and one that would suppress whatever other abnormality. Yeah. You know, something else you could probably do, when you're doing the Gebra missions, you could probably like, you could probably like, when the Cliffith is like just about to drop, when it's like just about to drop, you can like let out like a low level abnormality, so that you can just kill it quickly and then you can suppress Little Red. That could work. Yeah. If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail.
Objection.
This is a dead end, Trite. You know it. Remember the rules. Alright. Okay. Pressing the witness without evidence to back up your attack is prohibited. As I said earlier, the court will impose a penalty for such behavior.
My time ain't free, you hear? Yous better remember that. If I miss that bus, someone's gonna pay.
Not sure how the shelter plan will go, but hopefully Charles and Pianto del Luna will help things. Yeah. I mean, like, if you're talking about Geber suppression, you just need to, like, just, like, put, like, some like, random agents, just one of each, that'll serve as, like, a sacrifice or whatever. And then just stick one of that, stick, like, one, just put one of them in the, in the shelter. And then you just sit around and wait. It'll take a long time, though. It took me, like, multiple hours. It was fun to watch, though. It's like a screensaver. Saw a comment mashing up Super Mario 64 with Sweden from C418. An image of Steve and Mario asking, do you think Steve and Mario ever explored each other's bodies? I think they did. I think so, yeah, I think they did. I'm gonna keep pressing him anyways. I have saves. I've saved. I saved before all this. It's the thinking of the deranged. Yeah. Oh, I got pinned before the reply, but it got unpinned after. Interesting. Yeah. I don't buy that you haven't even heard of the incident that occurred at Trevian. Yeah, I should have stayed pinned. True, real. You know something? I have to say something controversial. You know those like Valentine's candies that are like the little boxes of candy hearts that people say taste like chalk? I like them. And I like candy corn too. What I don't like are those fucking orange peanuts. Nobody likes those. You's got a big mouth, right? You's trying to say I was in on some mob hit? Is that what you trying to say? Where's your proof, then? Evidence, yes. Well... For an attorney to make an accusation in court, he must have evidence. That's from loan shark to lawyer, a beginner's guide, yeah? Ah, I see you're the studious type, Mr. Tigre. Very good. Ha. Why don't you ask him to represent... Why don't you ask him to represent you sometime, trite? What should I do? I'm just gonna press harder again. Whatever. Mr. Tigre, what do you want? Ah, we're doing this again. Yeah. Will a loan shark know about law aside from what not to do to end up in nostalgia? I don't know. Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know. You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is. Sharp? Is he talking about Viola Cadaverini? She writes everything in my scheduler. December, mainly in the office. That's what it says, so that's where I was. That seems like a rather, sketchy schedule. There he goes again. What the tiger did all December isn't the issue. Talking about controversial, there was a post on Reddit that showed a book burning in someone's face. Like it was... It was captioned LGBTQ people after opening a basic 7th grade biology book. God fucking damn it. It's the exact same. Transphobes have this one joke that they just make over and over and over. And it's the same thing every single time. And then when you tell them that they only have one joke, they go and make that one joke again. God. Yeah. Fucking top comment was an LGBTQ user that commented, OP watches Roblox porn. That you know what they call that? You know what they call that? They call that Bidoof's Law, actually. Hang on. That's something that they call Bidoof's Law. Hang on, let me hang on. Okay, Bidoof's Law. Originating from Tumblr user Bidoof. Bidoof's Law says that there will never be anything more joyous than reading a bad or offensive opinion online, checking the user's profile, and finding out that they are openly and shamelessly addicted to hentai. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. It's like... I think to post with the same OP asking for a Roblox decal of an R34 JoJo stand on a Roblox R34 subreddit. Oh! I see. Okay. God. Yeah. Yeah. When there's an occurrence. Yeah. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder. So, now what? Always press harder. We going through the same fucking loop again? Yes. Okay. So I take it you get a lot of customers, your black market loan office? It's tough for the little guys these days. Small businesses are feeling the pinch. Bosses of companies like that want to get in good with me. I'm their best friend. I see. That's very admirable of you, witness. Yeah, well, then the lender's motto is win through compromise, you know? Win through compromise? What is that supposed to mean? Compromise the customer to win. That's what it means. You got it?
With best friends like you, who needs enemies?
Here, let me spell it out for yous all. You don't pay me back within 3 days, Spiky. I take what's due, and your stupid hair.
Yeah. The balls of this guy to claim his predatory loan office that threatened to burn his debtors' houses down a small business. Yeah, like literally. Comic got censored and couldn't talk about the last part of the story? Damn. 1980 fucking 4. YouTube, more like, I don't know. Yeah. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that OP got just mocked to hell and back. Yeah.
Yous follow what I'm saying?
But I'm not one of your customers. Press harder.
If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail.
The user who exposed OP also leaked them commenting on fucking FNF porn subreddits. Oh. You know something? You know something interesting? It's like. Supposedly there's like. Hang on. There's supposedly like a sort of a surprisingly high amount of like anti-gay politicians who get caught having like gay sex. I feel like I don't know. Yeah, self-reflection is something we need more of in the world. Depth, real. Yeah. You have something about the politicians? Saw an article about one of these politicians in Hungary getting caught getting put down by a considerable amount of men. Huh. And
it's safe to assume there's another one of those, one of those ones that are like, that, you know, like vote against gay rights. You know, like, internalized homophobia is a thing. And people struggle with it. But like, I feel like it's actively, like, a lot of people struggle with it, and a lot of people who struggle with internalized homophobia will like, they'll like insist that they're like not gay, or that they'll insist that they're like, you know, just outwardly homophobic, that they hate all gay people, that they're super straight. And like, it is a problem. But when politicians and people like politicians like struggle with internalized homophobia or whatever, or at least that's what I assume is causing these anti-gay politicians to, like, you know, fuck other men. Usually, they're usually men, I think. Either way, whatever is inspiring, I assume that it's internalized homophobia that inspires these politicians to outwardly be homophobic and in private have sex with have gay sex. I don't know why they would. I like, if a person like struggles with it, I can like, you can like understand why they'd like, you know, like pretend to be not gay, or like be like super homophobic or whatever. But I don't get why they'd vote, like, if they're going to continue to have gay sex. I don't know why they'd, you know, vote for laws that would make that harder to do. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. You should depose all politicians, replace them with Chio plushies. So true! So true. This should be Chio's America. This should be, or like, you know, this should be Chio's world. Sorry, I forgot not everybody here lives in America for a moment. Very sorry. This should Chio. What, you just had the closest call? Oh. Yeah, yeah. That's how that's how lobotomy work. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I just realized, is it just me, or does like the gold chain around Tigre's neck kind of make it look like it's like the spine of the tiger on his jacket? That's kind of cool. Why didn't the fucking music stop? That was fine. That should be considered valid. You can spend all your time in your office. It says on December 3rd you fucking went out to visit someone. You weren't in your office then. No? Okay. Barber and Cloud Monk must be planning some devious stuff together. They're fucking conspiring, bro. They are convening. To the Reddit post, that was the best thing that ever happened on Reddit. Yeah. A few slideshows. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Reddit is a place. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah. It's always interesting to see Bidoof's Law in action. The train returneth. Yeah. Dude, they are literally convening, bro. They are fucking communicating. What happens if I, yeah. Oh shit, there is more. Hang on. No! It's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately.
I agree.
The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day too?
Maybe you ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside.
Is that so? Is that fucking so? I can't wait until 2 days pass and then I get to completely ruin my skin with cheap Easter chocolate.
I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats wanting to do business with me. I ain't never seen that young kid before. I do believe the witness's last statement was important. Mr. Godot, if you could please...
Mr. Tigre, the court asks you to add that last statement to your testimony.
Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself.
The day you was talking about, I was in the office too. I never saw that kid before.
Fuck yourself.
Yeah. Tigre must be special if he can make grown men hide under desks, like kids hiding from their parents after reading the cookie jar, like devious plant monk Firebird and Charles did. Literal, yeah, real. I mean, he is like extremely tall, and his skin is completely red. And he does have like large, very large, sharp canines that he likes to show off a lot. What?
Mr. L left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the tiger. And the date? December 3rd.
December 3rd? That's the day of the murder!
So, Mr. Tigre, I submit that you did indeed So, Mr. Tigre, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glenn Elk. Because on the very day of the incident, you met with him.
Not bad! You's actually not bad!
Sorry?
I was just messing with you to see how good you was.
Suck my dick. Suck my dick. Suck my dick. Put my fucking dick in your mouth. Go fuck yourself. Shut the fuck up.
Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad.
I think that was a little too high. That's one compliment I can do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth.
Witness, please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated. You was calling me a liar? Is that what you doing? Reggie. So you're saying that your claim to have never seen that kid before, is the truth? I said I'm dead serious! You's better believe that's the truth! Ha! Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. That is, while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigre. Oh, yes! Would you mind indulging the court, witness?
He never actually met the victim? That's gotta be a lie right there.
It's time I nailed this guy. Yeah. You shouldn't... No, I ain't no liar. I never met Glenn Elk. There was some lame guy with that name, though, wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, then to lender. I waited around for him, but he ain't ever showed. I ain't even been to that Travian joint, you hear? You was here? I see. That all seems perfectly logical. You had arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up. I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you, right?
Yawn. I am a little tired, I think, because I actually went to a convention earlier, and I had to walk multiple miles while on painkillers because I hurt my leg a while back. I'm still not sure if it's actually healed enough to for me to go there on my own. But I mean, either way, I took the painkillers either way. But yeah. Oh. Never? Not even once?
Not even once! I was in my office the day that went down. I didn't put no poison in no kid's coffee, capiche?
Did we ever mention Trebian in the previous... Like, before he got here, did we ever... Was Trebian ever brought up? Do you think he really didn't meet Glen Elg? Not likely. Because I'm convinced this guy is behind the whole thing. So you mean that whole testimony he just gave was a lie? Of course. So we can't afford to give him... We can't afford to give him time to think ways to plug the leaks in it. I've got to nail him while I still can. You need to stop saying you're going to nail him. Oh wait, we can press freely now. Cool. And yet, your name was written on the victim's calendar.
Get that horse calendar out of my face! I'm the tiger, not a lame horse, you porcupine! Tigers like me eat horses like that for breakfast!
No, no, no! Witnesses aren't permitted to eat evidence. Not that they ever would. Well, there was a case once where a young lad ate...
Anyway, if you had never met the victim before, how do you explain this note he left? That's very strange. According to the manager of the firm where the victim worked, December 3rd was the date he had to repay his loan. He wasn't due to discuss borrowing money, but repaying what he owed.
Oh, yeah, maybe he was right. Whatever it was going down at the beginning of December.
So you did meet Mr. Alec then?
Hey, right. You might want to cool your jets a sec.
So your meeting wasn't supposed to be at Trebian then?
Why would I want to go to a dump like that? If I want to talk with my clients, I got an office decked out for the job. I got the best punching bag yous ever saw in there.
Not exactly a professional office you got there, you know. So you were in your office on the day in question? You didn't show up?
Ha! What do you think, Trite? Let's see. How does a dead man get from a French restaurant to a loan shark's office?
And you yourself didn't go to Trebian?
What are you trying to pin on me here? Why don't you come down to my office? We can chat about this thing my way, yeah? I got the best punching bag you've ever saw in there.
No need. I'm good, thanks.
Listen up. I ain't got nothing more to say except this. I ain't never been to that Trebian joint, you there?
Oh wait, that's right. No wait, actually, I should still save. There's probably evidence that he has. No? Okay. It's probably related to Jean's debt. Oh, wait, right. This. Right. Mr. Tigre, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches?
Matches? What are you talking about?
We found them in your office at Tender Lender. They're from that restaurant.
Ugh.
If you've really never been to Trebienne before. What was a book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk?
You've been snooping around my stuff now too, wise guy! What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling me! Order! Well, witness, I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? Sorry! I'm terribly sorry! Forgive me! I ain't no pussycat! I don't go back on what I said! But, okay, I was at the joint that day.
What?
But listen good, alright? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid. Well. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony.
I'm this close to proving it was him. He did meet Glenn Elg that day. And he did put poison in his coffee. He must have. Oh, wait. Oh, this is the testimony. Okay. Oops.
The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't high already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cops' sirens on my way out, and I went straight back to my office. I see. You didn't actually meet with him in the end, then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it! If I wait around here any longer, I ain't even gonna be able to make the normal express.
Well, where you're going, you won't need any sort of express. You won't need a train, you won't need a bus. Because you're going to jail, bitch.
No more stupid questions.
Queenie, the clown is here. Wow. Wow. Boom, wow.
So wake me up when it's all over. Anytime Trite presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty. Mr. Godot, that's my job. Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. So do it! Yes, sir! The special express ain't cheap, right? Just so yous know, since yous paying.
Oh, man. Doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here?
God, fuck, man. Something's wrong with my stomach. I think I'm just really hungry, even though I literally, like, just ate. I had an apple, and then I made myself an entire quesadilla, but, like... I don't know. I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon!
So the meeting wasn't due to take place at Tender Lender at all, then?
The kid was making a fuss about coming into the office. It's always that way when I want to talk about repayments. Even though I got the best punching bag you ever seen if there are any issues.
Maybe it's because of the punching bag that people are scared to come. So that's why you decided to meet at Travian. Ha! You're going over old ground again, Trite. Sorry. You just earned yourself a penalty. Now suck it down! You will suck down the penalty, Mr. Wright, and you will like it! Thank you, sir. May I have another? I should save. I don't think I saved before. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. Yeah, real. Guess I'm off about this one. You went straight back? Did a bout of guilt suddenly hit you for what you did? What are you trying to say? You trying to tell me you's never been guilty or nothing? We all have our crosses to bear. We all have to swallow the dark secrets we hide. Like this! The courtroom's not exactly the place to talk about dark secrets, is it? It seems you've done it again, Mr. Wright. Another relevant line of questioning. I must fucking eat guides. Fuck off. So you didn't actually set foot inside the restaurant then? The tiger is a busy cat. I don't hang around for no one. I ain't got time to be caught up in no murder investigation. So, when exactly did you pick up the matches? There are matches just inside the front door. Our detective friend wound up in trouble with the chef after taking 5 books home. Gumshoe. It's almost enough to make a man cry. You mean you saw Glenn Elk's dead body? I guess I did, but I only saw him from behind. He was wearing some raggy bit of cloth he called a hat. And what time was this? I don't know. Huh? You know what winds me up more than anything else in the world? Watches! Round watches! I ain't gonna pollute my paws with some dick and henpecker. Out of interest, Mr. Tigre, what winds you up the second most? Huh? What do you think? Square watches! Is this guy for real? Look, all I need to know is that something bad was going down in that place. An ugly scene? What do you mean? The witness has already told us, John. Yeah, he really fucking cares. And you wanna know what I hate third most? Triangle watches! Oh. Hexagon watches are cool though. I like those. Whoops. Yeah, hexagon, bestagon, real. Oh wait, we've already seen this one, I think. Whoops. Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. Do they have anything about like the old guy calling the cops? Hmm. He said that I only saw him from like. He said that he only saw him from the back. Would he be able to tell that he had a hat like that then? I don't know. Hmm. Hmm. TMI's thoughts.
Well, Nick, what do you think?
He's running out of ways to avoid the truth. I need to press him fast before he has time to think things through. I've got to come right back at him with a contradict. Fuck, did I get the hiccups?
Be careful what you press him on, though, or you get penalized, okay?
I did.
Fuck.
Give me like 5 minutes. Welcome back.
finished drawing troll face of the Reddit user that exposed the OB. Based. I think this is all like pressing stuff. Save. Posted it? Cool. Base. Real. Radical. It's like, dude, don't point it out. If you don't point it out, maybe I can get away with it. Man. Oh wait, actually, this might be it. Imagine how wonderful our world would be if we replaced all politicians of the world with Chio plushies. So true! So true. Chio supremacy. Chioi. Chio. Chioi everywhere. World happy. There's no more sadness.
Just 作りましょう作りましょうさてさて何ができるかな
Azumanga's 21st birthday today. Radical. Happy birthday, Azumanga. A really good Chio voice. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, yeah. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. You're something of a loan collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigre? No one escapes the tiger's clutches! Well, I'm something of a lie detecting pro. Grr. And no one escapes the Phoenix's clutches. I think it's time we got something straight. What's this, Trite? A new line of irrelevant questioning? These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say that you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigre. From there, your field of vision would have covered an area something like this. Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat. Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head! Another fly on my screen. Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. If the court would think back, you'll remember that between each of the tables... Yeah. Please stick to being literal, Phoenix. Please stick to being literal, Mr. Penis, right? Is a tall partition. Why, that's true. Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here. So, from the entrance of Très Bien, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day, because you met with him. Wrong! Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at his table. But the defense just proved that point to be moot. The victim, witnessed by Mr. Kudo, was not Glenn Elg, but a fake! What? In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim he had just killed and acted out a charade. That will do. This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was this real killer who impersonated the victim? Yeah. Phoenix should, I don't fucking know. Bald. You say the killer murdered Glenn Elg, and then impersonated his victim in a performance for Victor Kudo? In that case, Mr. Wright, reveal the identity of this criminal to the court. I don't know. I think she feels like the most likely, you know, candidate, but I feel like she probably impersonated Maggie. It's still worth a shot, I guess. Obviously, it's the person you least expect. What's the matter, Your Honor? Oh, nothing. I just dropped my pen again. Don't mind me. Carry on with the proceedings. There's no... We died. Go for Jean. Oh, shit. I have to go. He's French. Hang on. Present. Yeah, I'll try Jean. So the killer murdered Glenn Elk, impersonated his victim in performance to Kudo. Actually, hang on. And the tiger also impersonated me and got away with it, but that's... I don't know. I'll try Jean anyways first. No? Okay. Oh, okay. Obviously, the killer is Furio Tigre. No one else could have done it. Ooh, what? Well, witness? That's cute. You think you can pin this on the tiger? Maybe you don't understand. The tiger is king of the jungle. So I dare you to say it again. Come on, you got the guts? You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigre. It's the defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright? Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You've got guts, I'll give you that. Mr. Wright, do not leave me to handle this alone. Perhaps I can end this embarrassment. Mr. Kudo! Let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't see just the victim. Oh, no, no, no. The servant girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. There's no question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder in there with, who has, noticeably, like, you know, more toned down hair and seemingly slightly longer hair than Maggie Bird. Very, very, very interesting. Very interesting. Very. Thinking face.
The fact remains, he saw the accused put the poison into his coffee. Yes, it was the waitress who poisoned the coffee.
No, it fucking wasn't. Very impressive, Mr. Godot. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack.
Ha. Found your pen at last, trite?
It was in my pocket. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenn Elg, and the waitress from behind.
Yes, your point, Mr. Wright?
I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glenn Elg really was the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show. Here we go! Here we go!
What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well?
The defendant, Miss Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her.
Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed?
It was Viola Cadaverini!
Who is this woman?
Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's an employee of Tender Lender. Got recommended an Angry Bird video from 10 years ago with 85 million views. Sometimes the algorithm just does that for you. It just does that to you. Yeah. Yeah.
You's making a big mistake. Do you know who Violetta's grandfather is? You better be going home. You better be going home in our truck tonight, if you know what I mean.
Stop shaking, Nick! Here's my Fun Video TV. Never heard of them.
Anyways, that line I just did feels like it's fucking burning my throat.
Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, has stated the following. Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy, and she had kind of a cackling laugh. There are just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table, who nobody at Miss Bird seems to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when that eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposedly listening to half an hour after it was over. There's only one logical explanation that clears up all of these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice. Once for real, and once for show. And, Mr. Furio Tigre, the only person who could have committed the crime is you!
Witness? What have you got to say?
That's cute!
Sorry? You was alright! I could do with a guy like you around.
What do you mean?
Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get me to my meeting now.
You're not gonna be meeting fucking anybody in the slammer, bitch. Oh, this is gonna ruin my vocal cords. Breakdown time.
I'm gonna give you one more thing to think about before I go.
Something to think about?
You's got it all wrapped up nice, alright. But you missed out on one real important thing.
But that can't be.
I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid too. But I couldn't have poisoned him, you hear? What? Do you really expect us to leave you now, Mr. Tigre? Ha! What a troublemaker. Troublemaker? Looks like we're going to need another one for the road. One more steaming cup of hot testimony. Indeed, witness, you will explain yourself to the court. I will give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at Trebienne between yourself and the victim? Yeah, hello, little cash. About $100,000. That day we was due to have a little chat. The kid had his payback date, see? So anyways, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yes, I won! $500,000! He got lucky, you know? Real lucky. If that waitress hadn't done what she'd done, everything would have been over. Now, I see that the principal amount you loaned to Mr. Elg was $50,000. Yeah, well, you've got to have the vig to take into account. Interest builds up fast, you know?
That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice his principal.
And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question. Yeah, he was one lucky kid. He got that $500,000 just in time. So I ain't have no reason to kill the kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case.
His motive? He has to have one, but what is it? Ties to the victim.
Well, as far as I know, the pressing penalty is off, so
yeah, gamer time.
Did he have any way of paying the loan back? The fool was a gambler. He said he couldn't give it up till he landed a big win. So I agreed to help him. Help him? You? You? I kept hitting him with ideas for ways he could get a big win. But the guy kept losing.
So you were helping him for his sake or yours?
Win through compromise. Yous help me, I help yous. What's the difference, huh?
I don't believe this. Nick, would anyone really ever loan money to someone they thought was unreliable? Like, for example, if it were you, I'd only loan you $5 max.
Thanks a lot, Maya.
So, how much were you expecting him to pay you back on that day?
What do you think? The whole package. $100,000, including interest.
That's a real heavyweight punch.
Once a client misses a repayment, you call the whole loan in. You want to make it in my world, that's all you's gotta know. And how many times had Mr. Elg been late with his repayments? Once.
And how much was he supposed to pay back every month?
$50.
Sounds like Mr. Alec was in a real sticky spot.
Yeah, at $50 a month, he'd never pay that huge loan off.
How much do you have left on this debt?
You want it in round figures? I'm at $100,000.
That's the whole amount.
We're talking about a guy who had 58 cents in his wallet. What? You was telling me he wasn't even gonna pay for the coffee? He certainly seems to have been a brave man, this Mr. Elg. That guy was smooth, I tell yous. Real smooth.
You'll have your money in less than 5 minutes.
That's what he says to me. The guy that calls me the Tender Tiger. He was skating on thin ice with me.
Oof. Was that because he...
The guy won the lottery. The lottery was his last chance at a big win. And you can confirm that this is the ticket in question. That's it! The Millionaire Radio Show starts at 1:30 p.m. and runs for 10 minutes. That fixes the time you two met with some accuracy.
And the whole scene was acted out again 30 minutes later. Also that Mr. Kudo would see it.
I can still see the kid's face now. I ain't never gonna forget it.
Was there anyone else in the restaurant at the time?
I don't remember.
If there was no one there, I'll wear that ridiculous tiger shirt for a month. Mr. Armstrong, Maggie, and if I'm right, Viola Cadaverini were all there at that time.
So, the victim had intended to repay you from his lottery winnings from the beginning? Seems that way to me. But you wouldn't normally expect to win the lottery, would you? Ha! The undying belief that your next roll will end the worst losing streak you ever had. That's what defines a true gambler. Hashtag gambling life. Never stop gambling. People who say that gambling ruins lives have never won $1 million bajillion dollars. Yeah!
It makes it sound so cool. Don't be tempted, Nick. You ain't got the willpower for it.
All I know is the kid took a shot and he got lucky in the end.
The waitress. You mean...
The girl with the glasses in the defendant's chair. Who else could I mean? If she hadn't gotten away, things would have been bada bing, bada boom, over and done with.
Maybe I should push a little.
Always, always, always push more.
What exactly are you implying that the defendant did?
How about you go ask Four Eyes about that $500,000 ticket? She wanted it so bad, she poisoned Elk's coffee.
A likely theory. Your word hasn't held water lately, Mr. Tigre.
Let's not forget this witness was actually at the scene, trite. The law don't exactly agree with some of the ideals I sent down. I couldn't be there when the cops showed up, so I split. I see. Your Honor, the witness's last few statements are worth a good 2 cups of coffee. I concur, Mr. Godot. You will amend your testimony accordingly, witness. So that's what you's after, Phoenix, right?
You could have an alive leech sealed in concrete sitting on your desk. That would be pretty cool. Some people keep leeches as pets. I think that's pretty neat. Tiger's trying to pin the crime on Maggie. If I ask him about what he saw, it's only going to damage our case. What do you mean things would have been over and done with?
Are you all there or what? Oh, what? I'm talking about the cash. I was there to get my $100,000 back. That's all. I'm a businessman. It was all coming together before that waitress got in the way.
As far as I can tell, from the witness's testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tigre had no motive for killing the victim. Well, Mr. Wright, you happy with the testimony, or would you like it amended? Your Honor, the defense would like the testimony amended.
Very well. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect your recent statements, please.
Are you saying you had no other motives that day?
Yeah, so what? Then why didn't you take the lottery ticket when you left? Why do you think? Because of Four Eyes over there.
Because of Maggie? She was fucking passed out, you dumb fuck.
How would you go ask Four Eyes about that $500,000 ticket? She wanted it so bad, she poisoned Elg's coffee.
A likely theory. Oh wait, we've already done this. You sure? Seems like that guy had something real valuable in his possession that you might have wanted. She just intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. Elg owed you, correct?
I loaned the guy cash, so that's my right.
Unfortunately for Mr. Elg, I don't believe the $100,000 is really what you were after. Oh, is what you were really after.
What are you getting at, Trite? What else would a moneylender be after other than money?
Oh, the moneylender was after money. Oh, the moneylender was after money. But money in a totally different league. The kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch.
What is that?
A computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called MC Bomber.
A computer virus? What does one of those do?
A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the inside of a computer.
A computer? What does one of those do?
I guess the beard isn't the only part of his honor that's from the Stone Age. I'll explain to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important part. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market.
Several $1 million?
Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glenn Elg had no way to repay the money is crucial.
What?
Glenn Elg was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elg put up in order to borrow the money.
You're trying to suggest the witness's motive was to get a hold of that program?
Exactly.
The witness may have poor fashion sense, but he's by no means an idiot, Trite. A man like him could get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder.
Of course he could, provided that he had time. What if he had needed the money right then? When the pressure's on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear.
It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? Why did Mr. Tigre need money to the tune of $1 million?
gonna go with... Because Jean took out a load? Fuck. Oh, right, because of the... I'm a fucking idiot. God, fuck. Now I've gotta do all that again. Present. I didn't have no other reason to kill the guy. But you did. $1 million. It was this. In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter, in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital, where she underwent surgery. How much of this do you know? These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million. And yet, when the payment was due last month, you somehow managed to pay it in full. $1 million? A preposterous sum. A preposterous sum. Someone should sue these HMOs. Ha! No one would pay a bill like that. If the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up as dead as a morgue. But Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it. Yeah, shocking news. Breaking news, shocking headline. Getting, like, complicated, difficult surgery on a very delicate, vital part of the body costs a lot of fucking money, bro. Order! 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 Did you say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright? Indeed it did. Simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Cadaverini. Did you say Cadaverini? Bruto Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of all underworld activities in the city, and doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cadaverini. Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Bruto Cadaverini demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, you decided to sacrifice Glenn Elg's life to pay your debt. On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigre's sole intention was to get his hands on this CD. Glenn Elg had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigre knew it. But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer to say never happened. But he can't, and neither can I. The lottery win? Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Elg won $500,000 on the lottery, which left Mr. Tigre with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way. So he resorted to illegitimate means. That's crazy. He murdered Glenn Elg and then made his next move, to frame Maggie Bird for the crime. Mr. Tigre posed as Glenn Elk, while Viola Cadaverini played the role of Mrs. Bird. And then they reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. The witness being the one we heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo. Like I said, Trite, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the chef could have been kept in the dark about it. But Mr. Armstrong was in on it from the very beginning. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Goodell? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too. $500,000, in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tigre's plan.
Order, order! Silence! Order in the court. You was put on a good show, Spike. You don't want to fucking talk. You pretended to be me. Fuck you. If you want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like that kid, created a witness, and framed someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that.
I agree.
You do?
Despite your appearance, you're very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Bird had no way out.
What? Another one, Mr. Wright? Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, Trite? What was this trick you say Mr. Tigre performed to frame the accused?
Brown bottle of death? Okay. No?
And? What's the relevance of that, Trite?
It's time to load the save. Fuck. Oh well, it's gonna happen anyways. Okay. Present the CD. Why did he need money to the tune of $1 million? Because of Viola's medical papers. And I think I got sunburn on my face at the convention. I was wearing a face mask, so it's like just on like it's just on like the top of my cheeks. But damn, it hurts when I touch it. bum 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 ba-da-da-dum. Bum 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 ba-dum. Bum 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 ba-da-da-dum. So, what would this trick be? We don't have the empty aromatherapy bottle anymore. Oh wait, wait. It's him pretending to fucking be Phoenix. Of fucking course it is, my god. Almost forgot. What on earth is that? What an insult to think anyone could be fooled by such a childish imitation. Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago, in this very court, you posed as me. What? That's the truth. But the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. He also doesn't look anything like Glenn Elg. Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? No doubt it was you. Standing in here, in this very court, a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who put up the most disreputable, shabby defense I have ever seen. Grr. Grr. Can you prove that, Gramps? Prove the attorney who represented the accused. Prove the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man. Are you prepared to take the stand and testify that it was him? Hey. Forget about it, yeah. I wouldn't do something like that. Not me. I'm just a good little boy, man. There's no... You made a mistake, right? It was someone else, huh? We fucking got him. We fucking got him. Have you no pride, sir? This isn't a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, Trite, here in court, we deal with people's lives. Mr. Godot is right. Your Honor? Speaking for myself, I am absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me now. However, I preside over this court as the judge, with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it. No! If the defense has no further evidence, the court will now excuse the witness. The circumstances surrounding Mr. Tigre are dubious for sure, but not conclusive. Just one more, and we'll fucking break him. I know it. It's what's gonna fucking happen. I know it. We get a breakdown. I get to ruin my vocal cords. Yeah! I should probably get some water.
Is there a blue suit in the evidence? No, unfortunately there is not. Just the button.
Oh, you come so far!
You say he impersonated Glenn Elg. You say he impersonated you. But none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee. Ah! Ha! Sucks to be you, right? Don't mess with the tiger! You're gonna get mauled! You got that? All we managed to do here was chase him around a bit. I was so close to getting to... I was so close to getting... I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt. Ha! Looks like I won't be needing a refill. If I just had one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence that somebody else might have. Maybe a green bottle. One more piece of evidence, and maybe I could get Maggie off the hook. This witness's cross-examination is over. You are free to go, Mr. Tigre. Objection, pal! Your Honor, sir! Wait! It's fucking Gumshoe! Detective! Detective Gumshoe! Sorry it took so long, pal. I staked everything on this. My badge, the works. So here it is. My heart's counting on this too. What is it, detective? Isn't it obvious, pal? It's the final decisive piece of evidence. What? January 8th, 2:48 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Sorry it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results back from the lab. The results? About the prints, pal, from this medicine bottle.
Oh, so do you know who the prints belong to now?
Do you think I'm some sort of hack detective? Of course I know.
So tell us. The tiger's right. I knew it.
You bet. Clear as crystal, all over the bottle. The Furio Tigre's paw prints, all right.
That's great. We got him now, Nick. What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. He's laid everything on the line for this, Nick.
I know. Look, I'm sorry. This is kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on that bottle now. Huh? What? Why not? What we need to produce at this stage in the trial is irrefutable evidence that the tiger put poison in Glenn Elg's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle, that really doesn't make any difference now. I knew it. Great. No matter how hard I try, I'm never of any use.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself.
This was our last chance to help Maggie. And I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time. It's alright. I'm a real loser. It's not breaking news to me, pal.
Detective Gumshoe? Maggie! You've been working on something for me?
Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. And I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry! I'll get out of your hair now!
Detective Gumshoe, wait!
He's gone.
Isn't there anything we can do now, Nick?
I wish there was. Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there was some way I could use it. Small bottle put in the pocket. The victim's ear medicine, covered in Furio Tigre's fingerprints. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I granted you a recess so you could prepare this decisive evidence you've discovered.
Yes.
Don't keep us all in suspense, Trite. Show us. Naturally, we can assume it's evidence that'll actually stand up in court, can't we?
Think, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste. I'm gonna save.
How much more of my time are you gonna waste? I ain't been to no court before, but yous lawyers should know how to blow things out of proportion. No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright.
Well, I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence. I'm really backed into a corner here. But maybe if he thinks he's got me beat, he'll let his guard down a bit.
Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Present this final, decisive piece of evidence to the court.
This is the defense's final piece of evidence.
Isn't that the victims?
Your Honor, naturally, the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tigre.
What? But, Mr. Wright, what conclusion are you hoping to draw from this new information?
Everyone in here knows what this bottle contains. Except one man. One person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark.
My prints are on that pansy-looking bottle? Is that what you saying? Well, what the hell's in it anyway?
A phony trial, a phony lawyer, and phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence. Mr. Tigre, this is the decisive piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains potassium cyanide. Definitely. This bottle contains potassium cyanide.
Potassium cyanide?
The poison used to murder Mr. Elk, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that?
You make a good clown, you know that?
Isn't this illegal? I don't know. Probably.
What? Yous ain't never gonna get this to stick. You're just making me laugh now. You think a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the tiger?
A bluff?
I can see straight through you, Phoenix Wright. That ain't the bottle with the cyanide in it.
No. This is the bottle we found traces of the poison in.
Don't mess with the tiger. You're gonna get ripped to shreds. The cyanide bottle was brown. It was made of glass. That cheap piece of trash don't look nothing like it.
And how do you know what the bottle looks like? Why do you... Got it! At last.
What? Why has everyone gone quiet? I said that bottle!
Is this the bottle you're referring to?
Yeah, that's it! That's the bottle where cyanide was in. But you ain't gonna find my prints on that bottle. Don't let that cozy-looking suit fool you people. That lawyer's just playing games. Tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Tell that guy where to go.
You still haven't figured it out? Don't you realize what you just said?
What I said? What'd I just say?
You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, you shouldn't have known all the little details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. Oh, I probably should have said that with more conviction. You wouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. Ugh. But just now, you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison. You don't know who you're messing with. I'm the Tiger. I control millions of dollars on the black market. You think I'm gonna let some jumped up suit get the better of me? Ah.
It's breakdown time. 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 It's breakdown time.
Oh. Sure, the last piece of evidence was phony. But that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with a phony lawyer. It was all played out by you, the biggest phony of them all. How bad did I clip the fucking mic? What's going on? My throat accepts your condolences. It looks like a blackout. Well done, Trite. I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you. Savor it. While you watch the police restrain your prey. What? No, I don't get to do a full breakdown? What? No. What? Come on. I wanted to voice him freaking out. All right. Mr. Wright, you caught a tiger by his toe, but if this one hollers, he won't be let go. Now then, how are things going with Mr. Tigre, Mr. Godot? He's being arrested on suspicion of the murder of Glenn Elg, Your Honor. Fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Bird was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. Yes, she was. And in the absence of genuine evidence. The tiger made one mistake. Indeed, he very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue. Furio Tigre is truly a frightening criminal. Ha! The truly frightening one is that defense attorney over there. Godot. Godot. Well, I am now in a position to deliver my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty! Yippee! That is all. This court is adjourned. January 8th, 4:10 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright! I'm at a loss for words! Thank you, sir! Congratulations, Maggie! I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago. But now I feel like I can forgive him. Hey, that wasn't me, Maggie. That was the tiger. Look, Nick, in the doorway. Detective Gumshoe. Oh, guess I'll be heading off, pal. See you around. He looks like a wet dog. Detective Gumshoe.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations, Maggie.
Thanks.
I knew you were innocent all along.
Why didn't you say that in your testimony then?
Huh? Oh, well, I was... Well, guess I'll be getting off then. See you around.
Wait up, detective! He just ran off. Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle. That wasn't even of any use. But it's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe was just running around in circles.
Poor guy. Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him.
Can't you put in a good word for him, Nick?
Yeah, Maya's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Okay, this is the part where we present some key evidence that hopefully relates to Gumshoe. Maggie? You know, Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all this.
I wanted to believe that, sir. But on that first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up.
He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He has to report the facts.
He doubted me, that's why. He thought I might have done it.
I've got to prove to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know. Give her a little present to celebrate her freedom. Hey. Little lunchbox. Here you are. A present to celebrate your freedom.
That's...
A present from Detective Gumshoe, made with a ton of love.
He said you lost weight and was worried about you. Detective Gumshoe? I actually really like weenies, you know? Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know?
Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it?
Is it okay if I eat this now? So, how is it, Maggie? It's really good.
So the case of phony versus genuine comes to an end. The false allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up. And who knows? Maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start. Alright, cool. Edgeworth! Not just any Edgeworth, but isn't that the suit that like it's like that's a different suit. Good night. Thanks. Good night to you too, yo. Now that the trial's over, I'm honestly probably gonna about wrap it up. But that I'm pretty sure was the suit that Edgeworth like wore as like a when he was younger. I think I've heard that around. No, not until, not, we're not, I don't want to watch that until the next stream. Anyways, now that we've finished the the trial, I think that's about time to wrap things up.
Thank you to everyone who showed up. I hope you all had fun, because I know that I did. And I hope to see you all again soon. Bye.